Okay guys, I'm going to start with this peeling the apple. Um, so what I have here is two big, one large. I think so, it's large. I'm gonna make apple pie today, so I'm not, because the size is different, so we'll see. But and then I have three medium size of apple, and I have two large. So total is 5 apples. And then I'm gonna use this half of the lemon, so that way it helps when you peel the apple. It helps the from browning. So I'm gonna use the half of this lemon. Okay. So right now I'm going to start by filling the pie. The apple, soften the apple, because right now the apple is hard, right? So I don't want to put that on the pie shell, because so probably this one half of lemon, like the juice is gonna be like maybe 1 tablespoon or something more. But if your pie, the reason we add lemon because of the skin of the pie will stopping from, oh, this lemon it's got thick, does not have a lot of juice. But should have like a 1 tablespoon in there. Okay, so should have some cream in there. Okay, I'm going to okay, here's my brown sugar. So okay, so not quite one cup of sugar. Yeah, so it's about 3/4 cups of sugar, and then we'll add cinnamon, about 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And I think I will add it now. So 1 teaspoon of the vanilla extract, pure, and put salt. Okay, that's 1/4 salt. teaspoon. And then we put this on top of the stove. We simmer them. Okay, the apple, we simmer them, and about 10 to 15 minutes. And then when the juice kind of thicken a little, and it will, when the apple is softened a little, halfway, we're gonna do a halfway here. It's like pre-cook, so we don't have to cook in the oven for long time. So we're gonna, you know, pre-cook our apple. So right now it's boiling. So yeah, the sugar that I put in there is just right, and lemon, everything. So it smells amazing here. So after 10 minutes, I will, since I taste the apple and tender a little, and we're gonna start our crust, pie crust. Okay, so for the meantime is cooking the apple. See that juice? I did not put any extra water in the juice, in the apple. I did, yeah. That's the apple's juice. I guess the apple is juicy. I use the Gila apple. Gila, yeah. So I did not mix Granny Smith, because I did not see Granny Smith apple yesterday. So that's all I got. So okay, our apple, it's ready to turn off. But before that, I'm going to add because right now it's a little bit liquidy, and you don't want that liquid to the apple, to the crust. So I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of flour, and then I just put some water to you know, to wet the flour. I don't want to add the flour directly, because you might create some lumping. You're gonna have lump. So right now it's thickened, just perfect the texture. Yeah. So I take it off from the heat, and now it's really cool, and we're going to make a pie crust. Okay, now we're going to make a crust, pie crust. Can you see the water? The water, yes. Get ready with the water. And we're going to use is 1 stick of butter. Any butter, any name of butter you can use. And then I'm going to add, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spoon. So 1 stick and 7 spoon of butter we're going to use in this pie crust. Because you know why I'm going to remove this 1 tablespoon of butter, because I'm going to replace it with shortening. Weird, right? So I'm gonna replace it with shortening because I love the shortening too. But you know, so I love butter. But then I'm going to have, we're going to have too much of oil if I'm going to use, you know, if I don't remove the 1 tablespoon, right? So right now I have here 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. Yeah. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add salt. I'm just gonna use half teaspoon of salt. Add to this pie crust. Can you see pie crust? Ta-da! Okay. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar. Why I want to add 1 tablespoon of sugar? Because when you eat the crust, when you get to the crust, when you're eating a pie, apple pie, or any kind of pie, when you get to the crust, you have this salty kind and then a little bit of a sugar, right? So 1 tablespoon, any type of sugar, you can use it. So the extra, the half a cup of we're not gonna use half a cup, in 2.5 and 2 cups and half a cup of flour in this one, maybe, but depends on the, you know, but we can add supposedly 2.5 cups of flour, so we'll see. So I have the sugar, 1 tablespoon and half teaspoon of salt. We're trying not to use a lot of salt. Yeah, because of, you know, sodium issue. Right. So we're gonna chop this butter, cube it, like cubes. So I'm gonna slice that like that, and it's one more like that, and then I'm going to, you know, it's hot in here. My butter start to melt, get softened, but the butter is supposed to have like, can you see that? You see that? It's supposed to be the butter. 1, 2, 3 cut. Cool butter. You need cold, very cold, and we might end up putting in a fridge, a freezer, to get harden the butter or crust, because technically, according to the crust people, I don't know, they said if you work with your butter a little cooler than, cooler butter temperature, it's got better crust. But I don't know, let's find out, huh? So that's my extra. Manually, we're gonna use this to do this. So all we have to do is just, separate the butter, incorporate to the, combine to the flour. Yeah. If you don't have any of this, we can use fork. Use fork or use your hand. But I use my hand. I use depends how you do it, but reset, not over works with your pie crust. As soon as we add the liquid here, our liquid is going to be a cold water. So we're gonna probably add here half a cup of cold water. I think, yeah, so. And then I'm going to, almost forgot my shortening, 1 tablespoon here. There you go. Ta-da. See, it's okay if it's just little chunk like that. Leave it, but you know. And then we're gonna add half a cup. First, we're slowly add the half a cup. I have ice water here, so I'm going to measure half a cup. Depends on the humidity and the weather. See how, you know, because the flour is so dry, and I don't know if it's, you know, maybe we could use all of this. And I'm just gonna use my finger like this. I can feel the incorporate. See, once you add the liquid, you cannot overwork the pie crust. Yeah, so it needs more. Yeah, you like have limited, you know, movement once you add the liquid. Did you get it so far? Now we're almost to reach the, you know, we're gonna add, maybe we're not gonna use the whole, you know, half a cup. Yeah, I think I have here like 2 tablespoons left. So that's it. It's firming. I think so. Yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along. So yeah, the water just right. Depends on today is summer, it's humid, but it's in the winter a little bit drier. So the little stop. Okay. You don't want the dough too wet because it will, you know, sag when you cook them. But we're gonna put this in the fridge. After I'm going to, you know, Okay, so that, now we're going to add extra dough, extra flour. Yeah, it's soft, it's playable. It looks like it's going to give me a good crust. So we're going to have two crusts here because the pie has another crust on top. So we're gonna divide this crust for two. Here you go. Put one crust there because it's gonna be, is that the same thing? Maybe not. So, well, it's not very, you know, it's not science, you know, like it's hard. Don't be scared. Like me, I'm not scared. Just do whatever. Okay. Now I'm going to need this dough. I'm here in the granite counter. So the granite is also cool. So it should be. Now we're gonna do some 9-inch size. Now look like I have a square. But no worries. Oh, my pie plate is in the freezer. I put it in the freezer. This is the sugar. It's not melted. Don't melt there. Okay. That's I want to put this in the fridge while I'm doing this, working with that. Okay, here's the 9 inches, you know, pie pan. So I have just right. Okay, I'm going to put this in the fridge. Ta-da! So I'm back with this one. I'm gonna roll it. Okay, we are ready to assemble our pie. So it's been in the fridge for 15 minutes. Depends, or you want to put in the freezer, you want to get faster to, bring to, playable, but it's not processed. So here you go. We're gonna put our filling here. Oops. See, I'm a messy cook. So this is not really hard if you really want to eat some pie that homemade, that you don't want to make it instead of buy in the store. Oh my god, let me tell you something. I have those experience and I'm never gonna do it again. So I'm just make my own pie. If you like to eat, you want something good, you should cook it. I mean, make it. Take the time for it. It's all worth it. So now the pie is the filling is in the pie. So the oven is I started 375 Fahrenheit. That's the temperature we want to bake this pie. Okay, and then after 20 minutes, yeah, it's you can cook it just like that temperature all the way to 15 minutes. Okay, so it will be crispy. Okay, so here's the butter, the extra that I did not use to the crush, yeah, to the crush. So we're gonna put this butter just inside the filling. It gives more flavor, right? You see? Yeah. So we have, yummy goodness inside. So that's that. And then we're going to put this pie, the top. So we're gonna just overlap like, just dump it like that. Yeah, it's rustic. It's homemade. It's not like So if there's a extra crust, you don't want it, you can, make sure it touch each other. You're like, touching each other. You press it down like this, where the edge of the pan and the other crust. So you touch like that. It's like you are going to seal them. Okay. So if it's not, no, there's no big deal. So I have extra. There you go. So this hanging thing right here, you can cut that. Right? Right down. I know you're gonna waste this, but I usually, put this in the baking too, together. I can eat it just like that. Right? You can bake that and brush it with, sprinkle with more sugar. But let me tell you about this crust. It's not those other crust, the other pie crust that you don't want to eat it. But this pie crust, you want to eat it. You know why? Because it's yummy goodness. Everything is good, and it's what's the best on this pie is the crust. image, you know, prettier. Oh, I done it this before. So I think the beginner is it's not, you know, it's complicated, but I done it before multiple times in my entire life. So just like that, simply. And then what you're gonna do with that, we're going to cut a slit right here in the middle, crosswise. It's like X. Why? So that way the stem will come out. Okay, so that's our crust. And then do we need to brush it with egg? Okay, so maybe, huh? So I have one egg here, and then I drop 1 teaspoon of water. And then what we're gonna do right now there, yeah, hopefully it's not getting complicated, but I'm sure you have in your kitchen. Uh, this is sugar, a little bit more, you know, like bigger size of sugar. So I'm just gonna sprinkle like that. Okay. And then if your oven is still not ready, you can put this in the fridge or freezer. Okay. But my oven is almost ready. Okay. Right now is our pie is inside and it's baking. So right now I just put it in and we have to wait. We'll wait 50 minutes. Set your time. Don't go away. I mean, you can go away, but you can come back in 15 minutes. Now our pie is ready. Yep, it's nice golden brown. So let's get it out here. It's a little bit heavy and hot. Yeah, and we have to let it cool. Right here. So that's our pie. It's done. And it's flaky. The sounds. Oops. So you know, to eat pie, there's different way to eat pie. People like to put ice cream on top, vanilla ice cream. Mine are just pie by itself. Okay, so that's what would happen when you put sugar and brush with egg wash. It's golden. Hope you can see the color here. So that's the color. Oh, our pie, apple pie. And hopefully you like this recipe, and if you do, please subscribe and share to your friends and family. Thank you. Have a blessed day. It's still warm.
Yeah. If you use the fork to get the pie out, there you go. Works better if you use a fork.
There you go. That's yours.
Wait, yours is bigger than mine. That's not fair.
Okay.
I'm supposed to have the bigger slice. Mmm.
Look at the flakiness of the crust.
Good pie.
It's hot. Very good. I said it's good pie. Make the pie.
Easy as pie.
Wait,
It's easy as pie.
what's easy?
Making the pie.
Oh yeah, it's easy. A lot of work. But make it easy so that way you can make it. Okay? Have a great day watching this video. Subscribe, please share to your friends. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.